Did you catch the news? P. Diddy's right-hand woman is finally breaking her silence, and let me tell you, this could shake things up in a way we didn't see coming. What's the real story behind her and Diddy's controversial history? And what does this mean for the criminal trial? Keep watching because what she said might change everything. Let's get into it. Christina Coram, the woman who's been described as P. Diddy's right hand, has kept quiet for years, but now she's ready to talk. We've all heard the rumors and accusations swirling around Diddy and his inner circle, but Coram is, at the heart of it all, facing some incredibly disturbing allegations. After months of silence, she's come forward with a statement that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about this whole saga. Now, let's break down who Christina Coram is, because her story is far more fascinating than many realize. Christina Coram has been P. Diddy's chief of staff, his most trusted assistant, and his business partner for almost a decade. She's been the one keeping the wheels turning behind the scenes in Diddy's multi-million-dollar empire. She handled everything from his business meetings to personal affairs, ensuring that his lifestyle was constantly running like a well-oiled machine. But it's not just her role in his business that has captured attention. Coram's relationship with Diddy has often been compared to the infamous Ghislaine Maxwell-Jeffrey Epstein dynamic. Both women are seen as deeply involved with powerful men whose names have been tied to dark, unspeakable scandals. Coram has even been described as Diddy's right hand for years, and the mogul himself has spoken highly of her, praising her in a 2021 Facebook post where he called her "my right hand for the last 8 years." Now, there's a lot to unpack here. Why does this comparison to Ghislaine Maxwell ring so loudly? Well, Maxwell's association with Epstein is often cited as an example of someone who helped facilitate a much darker operation. Could Coram have played a similar role in Diddy's alleged activities, or is this just a case of guilty by association? Christina Coram has been named as a defendant in multiple lawsuits connected to P. Diddy, and the accusations against her are not easy to ignore. In one particularly disturbing lawsuit filed by Ashley Parham, Coram is alleged to have been involved in a horrific series of events. Parham claims she was violently assaulted and even threatened by Diddy and his associates. But here's where it gets really chilling. Coram allegedly played a key role in the abuse. One of the most shocking claims? That Coram threatened to ship Parham anywhere in the world and that she'd never see her family again. That's a heavy accusation to make, especially when the person making it, Ashley Parham, says she was violently gang-raped by several powerful men, including Diddy himself and celebrity guests. But the story doesn't end there. An even more sinister claim says that Coram was directly involved in drugging victims. In one instance, it's alleged that she provided drugs to Diddy's guests at his mansion and even managed the illegal substances used during parties. Could these accusations be part of a larger sex trafficking operation? Could Coram have known more than she's letting on? Now, you may be wondering, why is Coram speaking out now? Well, she's been the subject of these horrific accusations for months, but she's stayed silent. That is, until now. In her statement, she claims these accusations are completely false and that they have caused irreparable damage to her reputation and emotional well-being. Coram emphatically denied all involvement in the alleged crimes, insisting that she has never been involved in any form of sexual assault or human trafficking. Here's a part of the statement that caught my attention. "I have never condoned or aided the sexual assault of anyone, nor have I ever drugged anyone." She goes on to say that the idea of being accused of playing a role in rape or assault is beyond upsetting and unthinkable. Now, here's where I need to ask you. Do you buy it? Could she have really been completely unaware of what was going on around her, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is she trying to clear her name, or is she trying to avoid criminal responsibility? So, let's get to the heart of the matter. What does this mean for P. Diddy's criminal trial? Diddy is facing serious criminal charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. And though Coram hasn't been criminally charged, her role in these lawsuits and the public accusations against her could potentially have an impact on the trial. Could she be called to testify as a witness? What role might she play in the case? I sat down with a criminal defense attorney to get some insight on is likely to play a significant role, whether she likes it or not. Cohen speculates that Coram could be called as a witness for either the prosecution or the defense. She has first-hand knowledge of Diddy's operations, and whether she was directly involved in criminal activities or not, her testimony could be crucial. Here's a thought-provoking angle. If Coram does testify, could she be implicated in the crimes Diddy is accused of? Could she be granted immunity in exchange for her testimony, or will the prosecution turn up the heat on her as a possible accomplice? There's a chance she could make a deal, but, as Cohen points out, a deal with the prosecution doesn't always guarantee immunity. But here's another layer. What if Coram was truly unaware of the scope of what was happening? Could she be a pawn in a much larger operation, and did she simply do the legwork for someone more powerful like Diddy? Let's not forget, Diddy is at the center of all of this, and the more we learn about his personal relationships, the murkier everything gets. This brings us to a broader question. Who else could be involved in this? Coram may have been Diddy's right hand, but what about the other people around him? There have been a number of other high-profile figures who've been linked to similar accusations, including other associates of Diddy who have yet to speak out. This raises a huge question. Who knew what, and who was complicit in these alleged activities? Take a moment to consider this. How many people around Diddy might have turned a blind eye to the disturbing things going on behind the scenes? Could this be a case of people turning a blind eye, or were they actively involved? And what about the others named in the lawsuits? Does Coram's statement help her or hurt her in this sea of accusations? So, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of this? Do you think Coram is just trying to protect herself, or is she truly innocent in all of this? And what about Diddy? Could he be hiding even darker secrets? Leave your thoughts in the comments and let's have an open conversation about everything going on here. If you're enjoying the deep dive into this story, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates on this developing case. We've got a lot more in store, so you won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned as we continue following this case. The twists and turns are just beginning, and who knows what's going to come next. One thing's for sure. This isn't the last we've heard from Christina Coram or P. Diddy's controversial world. Thanks for watching,